Hey everybody, it is Eric with another House of the Dragon Hot D review, and this is going to be a terrible video. I'm going to apologize in advance because House of the Dragon is good. There's no action in this episode. It's an adult, sophisticated show. These characters are very complex. There is a very real and genuine feeling to what is going on in House of the Dragon. And Rings of Power just seems fake and phony, and the characters are one dimensional and poorly written. So the shows are polar opposites from each other. This show is good. It's there's a lot of nuance in these characters. So it's very hard to go over this with you guys, other than telling you that if you're not watching this, I highly recommend it. It's a very adult and sophisticated show. There you go. Let's get into it. All right, so this episode starts off in the Red Keep. There's a line of suitors for Princess Rhaenyra. There's an old dude, and she's not having any of that. And there's like a little kid that approaches the throne. She's not having any of that. There's this bully that makes fun of the little kid. And as Rhaenyra is walking away, the kid kills the bully. I thought that was kind of cool. Then Princess Rhaenyra is on a boat, and I was thinking to myself, wow, yeah, this looks fantastic. This looks much better than Rings of Power this week, where they were also on a boat. Just love the look of it. And as they're leaving King's Landing, a dragon comes in. It's Prince Daemon, Prince Matt Damon, and swipes the boat. So Princess Rhaenyra turns around and goes back to the Red Keep. We're back in the throne room, and Matt Damon approaches the Iron Throne, gives King Viserys, his brother, a sword to add to the Iron Throne. Matt Damon has a crown. He also gives the crown to King Viserys as a sign of allegiance. He's trying to show himself off as a changed man. I'm not sure that's exactly the case, but the two of them hug, and then Princess Daemon hangs out with the family. There's a lot of commiserating next to the weirwood tree. And again, I was reminded that this looks really cool. This looks like a real comfortable environment, a real environment. These costumes look real. This looks genuine, unlike Rings of Power that looks just fake and phony. Like nothing I'm seeing in Rings of Power looks like you'd actually hang out there. You know, it just looks like a very good movie set. But with House of the Dragon, it feels lived in. It feels real. And the actors are a lot better too. And there's better writing. Maybe that's part of it. We have Prince Daemon and Rhaenyra, and they're talking in Old Valyrian, and I thought that was very beautiful. Unlike Rings of Power, that has Elvish, but it's not used right, and it's never dawned on me that it was done well. House of the Dragon here, they're talking in Old Valyrian, and it's beautiful to listen to. And it's a very nice scene, and there's like little subtitles and things, so it's nice. And again, it's another example. House of the Dragon's doing it well, and Rings of Power is not. All right, so later that evening, Princess Rhaenyra returns to her bedroom. She walks past her guard that's outside her door, Sir Criston Cole. Door shuts, and she's in her room, and she's going through like a bag of old clothes, and she finds a map. Apparently, Prince Daemon left a map with her, and the map tells her there's a secret door out of her room, out of the castle. So she meets him out on a date, and they go walk among the common people, and they stumble across like a street performance, a play that actually makes fun of the royal family and makes fun of her being the heir to the throne. And then Princess Daemon takes her to a brothel and tries to like seduce her, tries to maybe take away her innocence, I suppose. I think his motives are complex because they start making out, and she's kind of digging it. She's really digging it. And he's not kind of digging that she's really digging it. I think that's part of it. And the second part of it is I think he really likes her, and he has a problem continuing with this. So I think he slaps himself, if I saw that correctly, and sort of leaves her. And she's like, where are you going? So her reaction was a surprise to him. And I think there's a lot going on there with Prince Daemon. Also, while this is going on, the show cuts to King Viserys summoning Alicent to his bedchamber, and they have sexy time. And you know, it's kind of gross because King Viserys has all these like sores over his body, and yeah, it was kind of disgusting. All right, so Princess Rhaenyra returns to her bedchamber. She's all hot and bothered from Prince Daemon, and she walks past Criston Cole right through the front door back to her bedchamber. And Sir Criston's like, "Wait a second, you already went in there. What's going on?" Princess Rhaenyra steals his helmet to get him into the bedchamber, seduces him. He breaks his vow of celibacy, and it looked like it took them 3 hours to get all his armor off, but eventually they do have sex. So Princess Rhaenyra and Sir Criston Cole get it on. Prince Daemon wakes up in the house of his old prostitute girlfriend. She's not a prostitute anymore. And Otto Hightower had spies out in the brothel, so Hightower tells King Viserys that Rhaenyra was seen in the pleasure den with Prince Daemon, and they were coupling. King Viserys doesn't really react nicely to that and accuses Hightower of planning against his daughter and making up things. Alicent Hightower then talks to Rhaenyra and accuses her of having sex with Daemon near the weirwood tree, and Princess Rhaenyra says, no, I promise you, I did not have sex with Prince Daemon, which is the truth. Of course, she doesn't say that she had sex with Sir Criston Cole. So yeah, she didn't lie. All right, so Prince Daemon is brought before the king. The king is pissed. I think he's knocked him down or something, and he has a blade to his neck and saying, "You corrupted my daughter, how dare you?" And Prince Daemon doesn't tell the truth. He doesn't deny that he did not have sex with his daughter. He should have told the truth. But he likes the chaos. You know, he came into this episode looking like he was going to play ball and with hugs and everything, but no, he's back to the old Prince Daemon causing trouble. So he doesn't deny it. And the king just says, "Get out of here, go back to Dragonstone, I never want to see you again." Alicent tells her husband, the king, that she talked to Rhaenyra, she believes Rhaenyra, she did not have sex with Prince Daemon, that's the truth, and she is still a maiden, which that's not the truth. Rhaenyra talks to King Viserys, her father, and her father shows her cat's paw. I think by the fire, the writing showed there, and it was the Song of Ice and Fire, the prophecy on the blade. Cat's paw, of course, plays a big part of many events in the Game of Thrones. And basically, the king says, you have to marry Laenor Velaryon, the son of the sea snake. And she agrees, but I think they made a deal. That's because in the next scene, King Viserys removes the title of the Hand of the King from Otto Hightower. He tells him, "You've been scheming against the throne for too long. Your time is up, buddy." One thing I forgot to mention, when King Viserys had the blade to Prince Daemon, and Prince Daemon was not coming forward with the truth, which would have been, "I did not have sex with your daughter," Prince Daemon actually asks for Princess Rhaenyra's hand in marriage. Thought that was very interesting. Of course, King Viserys says no. The last scene in this episode, also very interesting. A maester comes into Princess Rhaenyra's bedroom with tea from the king that will get rid of unwanted consequences. So basically, this is the morning after pill that the king is giving his daughter. So that raises some questions here. Does King Viserys truly believe that Rhaenyra did not have sex with Prince Daemon? Does King Viserys know that Princess Rhaenyra had sex with Sir Criston Cole? Is King Viserys just using this as an insurance policy just in case he's wrong, or maybe he's right? What's going on here? And he removed Otto Hightower. Hightower wasn't totally inaccurate with the information he gave the king. So I thought that was a very interesting scene there. So again, I apologize for this pretty boring review. There's nothing to get mad at. The show is very good. It's very interesting. These actors are great. The writing is great. Everything looks beautiful and real. These are real human situations with human emotions and plans and scheming. So everything that the Rings of Power is not, which is just fake top to bottom. So still enjoying Hot D, and I hope you are. Please leave a comment to my very boring video and let me know what you thought about episode 4 of Hot D. Good news is She-Hulk is just a few days away, and, you know, things are always going to get spicy with another episode of She-Hulk. All right? Thank you, everybody, for watching. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and I'll see you on the new.